Welcome to Newsmax Money News. I'm Ashley Martella. We're joined in the studio by Raul Pupo. He's an entrepreneur, author, and consultant in the information technology industry. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Technology Infrastructure Solutions. He's also the author of a new book entitled America's Service Meltdown, Restoring Service Excellence in the Age of the Customer. Welcome to Newsmax, Raul.
It's good to be here, Ashley. Thank you.
According to a worldwide customer satisfaction survey done by consulting giant Accenture, 59% of consumers quit doing business with suppliers for reasons having to do with poor service. Right. Now, have companies forgotten the axiom that the customer is always right?
I don't know that it's ever been axiomatic in business that the customer is always right. What is axiomatic is that profits are always right, and that is the problem that I think Accenture discloses in their survey.
So profits sometimes get in the way of customer service?
I think profits always trump service, unfortunately, Ashley.
How can a company let good customer service drop as one of its top priorities? Just doesn't seem rational.
Because service is not understood to be one of the new factors of production. The classic factors of production, you know, are land, labor, and capital. What we argue in the book is that in the internet age, service is the fourth factor of production. And in fact, it actually overtakes the other three. But that's a lesson that just hasn't been heeded by corporate America, sadly.
Is it true that financial services companies seem to forget that they have customers to serve as well?
I don't think there's any question about it. If you see the churn in financial services, I believe it's something like 20%. Just think about that. 20% of the customer base must be replaced by the average financial services institution every year. Well, that doesn't sound like customers are really held in high esteem now, does it?
No. Explain, please, for us how excellent customer service can make a company, any size company, much more profitable.
Yes, this is really the nub of the book, but it's going to be very heavy lifting. It takes the four things that we talk about. It takes customer-focused leadership, not just any kind of leadership, not charismatic leadership, none of that. Customer-focused leadership. It takes a business planning regimen that places the customer at center stage, the customer at center stage. Thirdly, it takes an ethic of service. An ethic of service of the four elements that we talk about in the book is probably the one that has failed corporate America. We just haven't come to terms with what it means to have an ethic of service. And then finally, it's a corporate organization driven by a frontline staff that is empowered, that is competent, and that is supported with tools and information.
Why is customer service so important for American global competitiveness, and could this help stop outsourcing?
Yes, indeed. I'm afraid that we stand to lose our service industries in a way that we lost manufacturing. We have lost vast swaths of our manufacturing base to the Far East and other places. And today we remain a little smug about service, the one remaining element of any consequence in the GDP. Well, we stand to lose service, again, to the Asians, who do not confuse service with servility, as we do here in the West, who are willing to work the extra hours, the extra time, and who are willing to go the extra mile. We don't understand that. This is more than just a corporate matter. This is a national issue. And if we lose service, I don't know what we're left with in this country, frankly.
In the first chapter of your book, you cite an example of how not to treat a customer. In this case, an airline passenger, in this case, being you. Now, you know, when you read this, Raul, I got to tell you, honestly say, nah, that can't happen. But tell us what did happen.
Yes, it did happen. Yeah. And so I think I've got 1,000,000 miles on United and 1,000,000 miles on American. In this case, flying United, and I asked to fly first class, and was told no, you can't. The first class cabin is full, and okay.
That was a ticket agent that told you that.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And okay, that's too bad. So I get on the plane, and what do I see? I see half of the first class cabin, actually, occupied by United crew. I asked the flight attendant. I was told outside that that first class was occupied, and now I see that half of the seats are taken by flight crew. And she said, "Sir, look, I'm sorry. we have a union agreement that says that our crews can deadhead, that is to say, go back home, first class. And of course, I came very close to losing it, but it emblematic of the problem that we talk about. Corporate America having lost its bearings when it comes to serving the customer.
You also contend that greed can be more dangerous than outrageous budget deficits, a weak dollar, and an impotent Federal Reserve.
The cases are legion where corporate America, in practically every industry sector, has really cut corners. We talk about it in the book. Wachovia is a prime example of a company that actually, in their particular case, they've gone to court and have been convicted of fraud on many levels, and the reason is that when you have an investor community, whether it's Wall Street or your shareholders or even your employees, saying, actually, you need to put some, you need to put more dollars in the bottom line, the pressure becomes such that unless you are an extremely courageous leader that says, look, I'm going to balance service with profits. Unless you have that kind of backbone, you're going to kowtow to the investor community and continue to do what it takes to have bottom line results.
Again, the name of the book, America's Service Meltdown, Restoring Service Excellence in the Age of the Customer. Raul Pupo, thank you so much for sharing your views here with us at Money News.
Good to be here.
And thank you for watching Newsmax Money News.